Alright guys, Tactical Rabbit here, bringing you the first video on this new channel. We've got a 39 kill gun only team deathmatch here, really good gameplay, and we're going to be focusing on the 4 elements of tactical infantry warfare. Tactical infantry warfare, if that's even a thing to say, which are your loadout, as you see a little tactic, tip and trick right here, your loadout, your movement, your awareness, and of course your engagement. Try and remember those for future videos and leave a like if you enjoy. So, right off spawn here, I switch to my knife, gives me a little bit of longer sprint, and I pre-aim this doorway where enemies are likely to come from. Really good to pre-aim areas that you expect enemies to be, especially off spawn, because it gives you a huge advantage in getting the opening map control. Now I see this enemy up on the top of the granny's roof here. What should I do? Engage, evade him, or flank him? Give you a couple of seconds. The answer is evade. Hopefully you said that. I didn't. I flanked. It wasn't a good strategy, because as I come around this corner, I shoot this guy and bam, he snipes me in the face. Now I was like, what? How did he know I was there? But looking back on this gameplay, I realised I made a mistake. I shouldn't have flanked because he saw me in the middle of the map. I do manage to get my revenge right here, but if they see you in the middle of the map and you try and flank around the sides and they see you go round the sides, then they know you're flanking and they know how to prepare for you. But if they see you on the side and then you go back through the middle, they're not sure if they're flanking you, if you're flanking them or not, because you could just be running away and evading. So pretty much the right idea would have been to evade there, and I should have run through the little area of grass in front of the brown building and try to get a little better line of sight on him, probably try and run up and challenge him in close range where he couldn't get me. This is a good tactic right here to fake out enemies. I pretended I didn't see him, and then I jumped out from behind the tank to just completely take him off guard and give him no chance of managing to take me out. So I'm pushing up towards the enemy spawn here. I'm being really aggressive because I really want to get a nuclear, and it's tough to try and get a nuclear when you're not being aggressive. And I mean, my teammates aren't amazingly good, but they're not horrendous. And as I say here, if you're looking at an area for a long period of time, then they're going to expect you to be coming from that same position. So what I should have done is I should have flanked around the left, around the back alley of the green building, and then try and assault that position from a different angle. I say here, shoot to kill. Never shoot an enemy to maim him. If you don't think that you can get all the bullets off that you need to kill him, then don't bother. Just try and not kill him, get a different angle, and make sure you take him out that way. Because if you don't shoot, he won't know you're there unless he can hear you. So that he got absolutely turned on, and I call in my my streaks right here. And playing pretty cautiously, I managed to take these guys out. And as you see here, get a different angle. They could still be expecting me to come from that direction I was assaulting this area from earlier. Now right here, I hear a guy to my left. Now I don't know if you heard that, but this guy, he said wake point out. And in this game, you sort of need to become familiar with the sound cues. Wake point out, I know it means that they just put a tactical insertion down. There's loads of these, and it basically shows that I could quite easily have taken that guy out because I knew where he was, and then turned away. He would have spawned in and taken me out from his tactical insertion. Here's another example of not shooting a guy when you can't kill him. I don't take the shots because I know he could just turn around. And right here I flank all the way behind these guys. I could have just climbed up the ladder, but it might have meant shooting them in the side, and it's always more beneficial to shoot them in the back than the side, especially with a gun that isn't designed for close quarter engagements. They could, with an SMG, take me out pretty easily. These enemies, as you can tell, are utterly terrible, and if I didn't have enemies like this, I wouldn't have been able to get a gameplay. I say here that you can use your VSAT and UAV to learn the spawns. Quite often, I already know the spawns well on standoff, but if I didn't know the spawns well, I'd use my VSAT to think, alright, this is my teammate positioning, they're going to spawn here. As you can see, I'm keeping well away from my teammates, which means that the enemies are going to spawn much nearer to me than to my teammates. Because enemies always, or almost always, they spawn in the opposite, we can call it a quadrant of the map. If you think of the map split up into 4 quadrants, enemies will almost always spawn in the opposite quadrant to where the bulk of your teammates are. So keeping away from your teammates means that the enemies are going to spawn pretty near to you, which should give you a lot of kill opportunities. But that's the gameplay, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like if you haven't already. Greatly appreciate trying to hit 5 or so likes on this video. Haven't got many subs at the moment, but I'm pretty sure we can build up to the same milestone that my Elite Rage channel had pretty shortly. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, nice little 39-3 gameplay. Subscribe for more if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.